Boop. Welcome to Top Deck City. My name is Grim, and what I have here for you today is a Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in Forgotten Realms Gift Edition bundle, or Fat Pack, or whatever you want to call it. This comes with, let's see here, a box. It comes with a collector's booster, 10 regular packs, special die, foil lands, 3 oversized dungeon cards. I'm interested to see what that's about. Oh, you can't see that. There we go. And alt art traditional foil treasure card. All right, so yeah, I really haven't opened up a lot of this set because I was pretty disappointed with it. But oh, look at that. Yeah, all right. These chunky boys. This is actually pretty cool. I don't have a dungeon deck, but if I did, I would want these specifically because they're big and everyone can see them. Yeah, I got a bunch of packs, and yeah, I was not too impressed with this set at all. I thought they missed the mark on a lot of the D&D cards for not being D&D enough. Just the little simple things, like Brunar Battlehammer is a dwarven king. Like, why is he not a dwarven noble warrior? Torbran is, and he doesn't have a novel about him like Brunar does. So that's really frustrating. They just, I don't know. I still feel like the set was created by people who didn't play the game, who just like read the characters like stats on like in a book or in like the monsters manual or something, and then try to like turn it into a magic card. So anyway, enough complaining about the set. I paid money for it anyway. So there are some good cards in here, good magic cards in here, and I'm hoping they pull some of them. Old Gnawbone being like the best card in the set easily. That stupid dragon. And Loth isn't bad. What's his name? Nadar or Nadir, the dragon that enters the dungeon when he ETBs or attacks and has vigilance. He's pretty good. And so we'll see what we get. I'm not really looking for anything in particular. I'm just hoping to get some stuff to play with. I guess getting Drift would be good. I'd probably build a Drift deck. Alright, so I'm going to skip all the commons. Alright, so we got the Hulking Bugbear. He's a 3/3 goblin with haste for 3 mana. Trickster's Talisman. It's a 1-drop. Creature gets +1/+1, has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice Trickster's Talisman. If you do, create a tokenized copy of this creature. It's pretty cool. Probably put that in the Layla deck. White Dragon. It's 6 mana for a 4/4 flying, and when White Dragon enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Got this awesome alternate art Dungeon Descent. It's a land. When it enters the battlefield, taps for 1 colorless, and you can pay 4 and tap it. To tap an untapped legendary creature you control, venture into a dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. And that's pretty cool looking. These old module lands, I think, were the thing that really caught my attention with this set. It's a shame that the set's not so great, but that'll card. I'll find a use for that card. Oh, neat! A Lost Spider Queen token. Shame she wasn't in the pack. So I'm okay with that pack just because I got that cool alternate art. The pack wasn't great, but alternate art is cool. And oh my god, did I just get the same one? Did I just get the same exact pack? Oh no, it's Evolving Wilds. That's so great. Look at the Evolving Wilds. Oh man, it's funny because I actually still have a lot of these old modules. Like a lot, like over 20 of them. And we never even played most of them. The ones we did a lot of was the Caves of Troganth. I think that's what it was called. Was it Keep on the Border? I think that was another one that we did a lot. Hamlet of what was that name of that Hamlet? There was a one where there was a first level dungeon that we did a lot too. go. Targnar, Demon Fang Null. So he's 2 mana for a 2/2. He's a Null. He's got Pack Tactics. Whenever Targnar, Demon Fang Null attacks, if you attack with a creature with a total power of 6 or greater, this combat attacking creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn, and you can double his power and toughness. Not going to be building any Null tribal decks, but he's pretty cool. I might put him in my my Satyr deck. What's her name? Kalia, I think her name was, because she cares about things attacking. Ray of Frost, flash enchant creature. When Ray of Frost enters the battlefield, if enchant creature is red, tap it. As long as enchant creature is red, it loses all abilities. Enchant creature doesn't tap noise controllers on tap step. And my rare is Fighter Class. This is a saga. When Fighter Class enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle. That's a pretty good deal for 2 mana. I like that. Pay 3. Equip abilities you activate cost 2 less to activate. Also really good. Whenever a creature you control attacks, up to one target creature blocks it, this combat if able. Probably will never upgrade to level 5, but man, level 1 and level 2, pretty sweet. And treasure token. And an island. Actually, I thought these were cool when I first saw them, but now when I see them now, I hate them because I keep thinking that they're a special land because they have this text on there. So that's not something I like. I don't like text on my lands unless the text means something in game. Secret door. We got an Arboreal Pegasus alternate art. Alright, Hamapashar, Runeseeker. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. Ray of Enfeeblement. Target creature gets -4/-1 until end of turn. If that creature is white, it gets -4/-4 until end of turn. I don't understand why it being white makes a difference. Chaos Channeler, 4 mana for a 4/3. Whenever Chaos Channeler attacks, roll a d20. 1 through 9, exile top card of your library. You may play it this turn. 10 through 19, exile top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. And 20, exile top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. It's okay. Wish he wasn't a human shaman. Adult Gold Dragon. 5 mana for 4/3, flying, lifelink haste. Not too bad. I get 2 rares. Sphere of Annihilation. This is a foil. It's 1 black and X. Sphere of Annihilation enters the battlefield with X void counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile Sphere of Annihilation. All creatures and planeswalkers with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it. And all creatures and planeswalker cards in graveyards with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it. Love it. A black artifact board wipe. And a Tomb of Annihilation with the Atropal on the back. See the guy that's made in this dungeon? Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. At the very bottom there. Cradle of the Death God. Very cool. Alright. Pack number 3. It's funny, I got 2 rares, but I wasn't really super excited about them. Alright. Intrepid Outlander. Whenever Intrepid Outlander attacks, if you attack with a creature with total power 6 or greater this combat, venture into a dungeon. Not bad. Battlecry Goblin, 2 mana for 2/2. Goblins you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end turn. That's pretty good for a Cranko deck because it hits all goblins. And whenever Battlecry Goblin attacks, if you attacked with the creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token tapped and attacking. Pretty good. That's a pretty good uncommon. Trelasara, Moondancer, 2 mana Elf Cleric, 2/2. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Trelasara, Moondancer, and scry 1. This card is busted in Arena. Ooh, Guardian of Faith. Excellent card. I'm very happy to get this. Flash Vigilance. When Guardian of Faith enters the battlefield, any number of other target creatures you control phase out. What a great protection spell. This might start replacing Eerie Interlude in all my decks. Except for ones that care about instants and sorceries. And a Ranger Hawk, and a Mountain, and the Lost... Oh, I got a skeleton on the back. Lost Mine of Fandelver. Lost Mine of Fandelver, I believe, is the... if you buy the Introduction to Dungeons & Dragons box set, that's the module that's in there. And it's a fun module. I played it with my kids. We got halfway through it before they lost interest, though. Not that they lost interest in Well, they lost interest in Dungeons and Dragons, and they started playing Pathfinder instead. But that's a whole nother video. Barbarian class, 1 red. If you would roll 1 or more die, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains menace until end of turn. And 3, creatures you control have haste. That's not too bad. It's a pretty good early drop. Guild Thief, when Guild Thief deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And pay 4, Guild Thief can't be blocked this turn. You meet at the tavern. 4 mana, choose 1. Form a party. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And start a brawl. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. This card should be an instant. I have no idea why it's a sorcery. It's so frustrating. Demi-Lich. 4 blue for a 4/3 skeleton wizard. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card you cast this turn. When Demi-Lich attacks, exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, copy it, and you may cast a copy. You may cast Demi-Lich from your graveyard by exiling 4 instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard, in addition to paying its other costs. Pretty cool card. It's definitely a neat card for blue, being able to play it from your graveyard. Not something blue does very often. We got a goblin on the back here, because, right, where's it at? Oh, I thought this one made a goblin. No, this one makes skeletons. Interesting. Yeah, one of these. Oh, the Svendelver one makes the goblin. Alright. Alright, got 5 packs left, plus the collectors booster. Hey, Dwarfold Champion. Alright, I like dwarves, so that's why I was looking at him. Jin Windseer. Oh, it's a common. Oh, this guy's good, even though he's a common. Plundering Barbarian. They're 3 mana for a 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or create a treasure token. It's a pretty good deal. Alright. Wizard class. You have no maximum hand size. When this class becomes level 2, draw 2 cards. And when you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. This one's pretty good too. I actually played this one in Arena. Lurking Roper. He is 1 green and 2 colorless for a 4/5. He doesn't untap during your untap step, and when you gain life, untap him. Pretty cool. It's probably good in standard. There's probably some kind of standard deck built with him. He seems like a standard card. 3 mana for a 4/5. Choose your weapon. 3 mana, choose 1. Instant speed. Double target creature's power and toughness until the end of turn, or this spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. It's kind of cool. The Vorpal Sword. This is the card I believe that was given away as the buy a box promotion. Vorpal Sword is equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Death Touch. It's only 1 black to cast, and it's pay 8. Until the end of turn, Vorpal Sword gains whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game, and it's only 2 to equip. That's a good deal. And a Plains and a Tome of Annihilation, or Tomb of Annihilation, with the Atropal on the back. That's cool. Still not anything super exciting. Demi-Lich was kind of neat. You can't really build a deck around the Demi-Lich. Clattering Skeletons. That's cool. Alright, Dragon Disciple. Dragon Disciple enters the battlefield. You may reveal a dragon card from your hand. If you do, if you control a dragon, Dragon Disciple enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Dragons you control have Ward 1. It's pretty good. It's like baby hexproof. Power Persuasion, 3 mana sorcery. Choose target creature and opponent controls, then roll a d20. Return it to its owner's hand on a 1 through 9. On 10 through 19, its owner puts it on top of or bottom of its owner's library, and a 20, gain control of it until the end of your next turn. That should just say gain control of it. That's my personal opinion. Dungeon Map. Taps to add 1 colorless, 3 mana to cast, and 3 to tap it and venture into a dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. And the rare Delina Wildmage. 4 mana for a 3/2. Delina Wildmage attacks, choose target creature you control, then roll a d20. On a 1 through 14, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary, and had as exile this creature at the end of combat. It's pretty good. And the 15 through 20, create one of those tokens. Roll again. I'm assuming that means create one of the previous words. It's worded weird. People who don't play play the game on Arena will probably not understand how that card works in paper. Alright, you got this is pack number 7 or 8. Alright, we got 50 feet of rope, 1 mana, climb over, target wall can't block. Tie up, pay 3 and tap. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And repel down, pay 4 and tap, venture into the dungeon, activate only as a sorcery. Death Priest of Miracle, 4 mana for a 2/2 Tiefling Cleric. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you control get +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 black skeleton creature token. I think I'm going to put this in my Tiny Bones deck, because it's a skeleton tribal deck. That's pretty cool. Hunter's Mark. Pay 4. The spell costs 3 less to cast, and if it targets a blue permanent you don't control, the spell can't be countered, and target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. That is nothing like what Hunter's Mark does in the game. Hunter's Mark makes a creature easier to hit for everybody else on that your allies are with. So what this should say is pay 1 mana or 4 mana, whatever. All permanents your opponents control lose hexproof and Shroud. That's what it should say at instant speed. Okay, this guy's cool. Inferno of the Star Mounts. 6 mana for a 6/6 dragon. This spell can't be countered. Flying haste. Pay 1 red. Inferno of the Star Mounts gets a +1/+0 until end of turn. When its power becomes 20 this way, it deals 20 damage to any target. He's so silly. I don't know if I'll build a deck around him, but I think I have a home for him, since I do have a mono red dragon deck with Zirlin at the helm. And a Zambi. Anything on the back? Nope. Okay. That was cool. I like that card. Not old Maulbone, but you know. Oh, Baleful Beholder. Look at that guy. He's so cool. I wish it was a good card. Hey, this guy's kind of cool, though. Wandering Troubadour. At the beginning of your end step, if you had a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn, venture into a dungeon. Yeah, it's a bonus for playing the game, just like what most green cards do. Love it. Not really, I'm being sarcastic. Reaper's Talisman. 1 black. Whenever a quick creature attacks, it gains Death Strike until end of turn. Whenever a quick creature attacks alone, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's kind of cool. Magic Missile. This card makes me so mad that it's not instant. And it's just bad. It's so bad. 3 mana, sorcery spell can't be countered. Magic Missile does 3 damage divided as you choose 1, 2, or 3 targets. Nope. What this card should say is 2 red, instant speed, deal 3 damage to any target. Deal 3 damage to any target. I don't know. I hate this card. I hate it so much. All right. Werewolf Pack Leader, 2 mana, Human Werewolf Pack Tactics. Whenever Werewolf Pack Leader attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater, this card should also be in Izzet colors, by the way. Creature with total power 6 or greater, this combat, draw a card. Pay 4 until end of turn. Werewolf Pack Leader has base power, toughness 5/3, gains trample, and isn't a human. Yeah, I don't really care about that card at all. Inspiring Bard, foil, plains. Ooh. Oh my god, a fairy dragon. He's so cool. That pack sucked. Alright, the last regular pack. Okay. Shesra, Death's Whisper. I hate that name. It's hard to say, for me anyway. 4 mana, 1/3, Human Elf Warlock. Oh, she's a half elf. That's cute. Bewitching Whispers. When Shesra, Death's Whisper, enters the battlefield, target creature blocks his turn if able. And at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. 2 lives. Ew. Okay. Tiger Tribe Hunter. 5 mana for a 4/4 Human Barbarian with Trample. Whenever Tiger Tribe Hunter attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Tiger Tribe Hunter deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature. Shouldn't say any target. If it's supposed to be a fling, I don't know. Temple of Dragon Queen. As Temple of Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal a dragon card this way, this way, or you control a dragon. As Temple of Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, choose a color. Add one mana of any color. Pretty solid. Should go in dragon decks. Ooh, I think this is a shitty rare. Rogue class. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. Pay 3, creatures you control have menace, and pay 4, you may play cards exiled at rogue class, and you may spend mana as though or mana of any color to cast those spells. Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. It's not exciting, but it's not a bad card. And a mountain and a treasure. So pretty mediocre packs. Nothing too exciting. Let's see if the collector booster can redeem this box. All right, here we go. Swarming Goblins, foil. Ranger Hawk, foil. I think everything's foil. Scaled Herbalist, Great Axe, Wandering Troubadour. That's an uncommon. Oh, Barrowin of Clan Undor. That's cool. 4 mana, 3/3 dwarf. Cleric. When Barrowin of Clan Undor enters the battlefield, enter into a dungeon. Whenever Barrowin of Clan Undor attacks, return up to 1 creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield if you've completed the dungeon. It sucks that the dungeon deck, I believe, for Commander is Bant colors, but otherwise it's a pretty neat card. Foil Mountain. Ugh. Rare Dungeon Descent. Okay, Bag of Tricks. This is probably from a Commander deck. 2 mana, artifact, roll d8. Yeah. Real cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with mana value equal to the result. Put that card into the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's kind of fun. Deck of Many Things. Okay. That's cool. Deck of Many Things. 5 mana. Pay 2. Roll a d20 and subtract the number of cards in your hand. If the result is 0 or less, discard your hand. 1 through 9. Return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand. 10 through 19. Draw 2 cards. 20. Put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game. Yeah, that last part. Clattering Skeleton in fancy art. Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. It's so good. Oh, Even Death Dracolich. 4 mana for a 5/2. Flash Flying. Even Death Dracolich enters the battlefield tapped. You may cast Even Death Dracolich from your graveyard if a creature not named Even Death Dracolich died this turn. I'm actually going to put this in my Shadrix deck that I just built. I think he's going to fit good in there. Baleful Beholder, foil alternate art, Dragon Turtle. I think this is a rare actually. So 3 mana, flash. When Dragon Turtle enters the battlefield, tap it, and up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. They don't untap during the controller's next untap step. And a treasure. So definitely not worth the price of the pack. There's absolutely, this pack may be worth $5. It's, I don't know. I don't think Deck of Many Things and Even Death are valuable at all, but I may be wrong. But this is definitely not worth $25, that's for sure. All right. Well, that was not a complete disappointment, but it was still disappointing. So, yeah, I mean, buy singles. At least this dice is cool. It looks very similar to the old collector's fat pack, collector's bundle of Throne of Eldraine. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good day.